This is Sammy's tunnel, but look at this. Look at this. Sammy, what is in your tunnel? Good morning, Ziggy.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Boo, Sammy, Richard, Nancy, Goldie, Ziggy, Ringo, Eva, Hydrox, and Ditto, the Lucky Ferals.
It's 7 a.m. Here's Splash and Simba. Splash is so cute, sleeping on that chair. Simba's on the cat tower, and I just checked all the security camera footage from overnight, and they did not sleep where they are like all night. They just went up there probably like an hour ago. This tunnel thing was a big fail because neither of them were interested in it all night. Like, they just stayed away from it. So I'm going to bring this downstairs because I know Sammy will enjoy it down there. And I think Ziggy will like it. Maybe one of the other cats will use it also. I'm not going to leave it here because Splash and Simba, they didn't like it. So it's just taking up space here that could be better used for them. So I'll make room downstairs and I'll just put this downstairs for now. And I'll see if Sammy uses it. And if they enjoy it. If they don't enjoy it, I'll probably end up donating it. Good morning, Splashy. It is 7:50 a.m. and I put the tunnel downstairs and I put the cat grass back on the play rug along with all of the toys that fell out of the tunnel. There was a bunch of pom-pom and ball toys in the tunnel. And now I have 2 happy cats lounging on the play rug. Right now the windows are open, so they're getting some air and a little bit of a breeze. But I think they're really more interested in waiting for their breakfast. Are you guys hungry? You want breakfast? Okay, maybe not. Maybe they just want to rest on the rug. Let me show you what Simba and Splash love. And we were just doing it, but now Simba is trying to get the grass on his own. So this is what they love. They love it when I basically pluck a blade of grass. I just cut it with my hand, and then they love being fed blades of grass. This is why Simba's overexcited and trying to chew on his own grass. I mean, he's obviously able to chew on his own grass, but I don't know, I just find it's like super efficient to kind of help them along. And no, he does not vomit after he eats this grass. I mean, very occasionally, if he has a hairball, it'll help bring up a hairball. But he just loves this grass. Right now, they're getting it as an appetizer. And Splash has been eating it too. Watch. I don't know if Simba's going to block me from giving it to Splash. Hold on. If the piece is too big, sometimes it'll fall out of their mouth. Here you go, Splash. Here. The perfect placement is if they kind of bite the blade of grass in the middle, then they kind of chew it, and then they swallow it. And just like that. That's how they like to eat their grass. For breakfast today, Splash and Simba are having the Nature's Variety Instinct Raw Bites that I got on clearance from PetSmart. They were half price, so I bought several bags. They're getting a half of a serving, and I'm gonna try something different today. Like, I'm gonna just split up their breakfast into 2 separate meals, so when they get their afternoon snack, I want that to be the second half of their breakfast. And then I'm going to do the same thing with their dinner. They'll get like a half of a dinner, and then before I go to bed, they'll get the other half of their dinner. I want to see how they do with that, because with the routine we've been on, Simba's not losing weight. Like, he's just stuck at that same weight. And I keep reducing the amount of food, reducing the amount of treats, increasing his activity level, and there's no budge on the scale, like nothing. So I'm just going to try like more smaller meals. So instead of a full serving at breakfast, a little snack in the afternoon, a full serving at dinner, a little snack before I go to bed. I'm just going to split up their meals into 2 smaller halves and see if that works. See if we notice any kind of difference. As you can see, he's devouring his breakfast. They love these raw bites, and I hope they're not being discontinued. They're just really hard to find in stores around here. There's supposed to be 3 local pet stores that carry them. One I will not buy them at because they always have a problem with the freezer that they're stored in. And the other 2, like, never have them in stock. So Simba just finished his. Splash finished his. Hopefully they're satisfied enough for now. Here's the tunnel. And I could tell that the cats moved it already because when I first put it down here, there were not 2 branches of it pointing under this old daybed. It was just 1 branch pointing under there. So they've moved it. And when I first put it down here, like, Sammy immediately went in it like she just did. And then she was like sitting in the middle, but I could tell she was stressed out because she can't really see out of all of them at the same time. She was trying to decide, well, like, which one am I going to look out of? So, like, she's not here. Here she is. How do you like your tunnels, Sammy? Notice it's like a perfect fit for her. Here's Nancy. Here's Ziggy. So Ziggy's a small cat like Sammy. She's only a little bit bigger than Sammy. Nancy, I would say, is a medium-sized cat. She's not as big as, like, Splash, Simba, or Ringo, but she's not as small as Sammy. I need to put a camera pointing at this to, like, keep an eye on it. Well, at least these guys seem to be interested in it. They're not afraid of it. They're interacting with it a bit. So obviously it's going to be better to put it down here than upstairs. So what I got to do now is I'm going to brush everyone and flea comb them because that's what we're doing. Right now it is the middle of July. We've made it this far without having a flea issue so far. So I'm hoping we can make it through the rest of the year. I really credit it so far to the dehumidifier, which has been running pretty much the entire season so far. I have it set to keep the humidity around 45% or below, and it's been doing that right now. I'm looking at the sensor and it says it's 42% humidity down here. But I did shut it off so I could film this because it does make noise in the background. I'm hoping we could get through the next several months without any fleas. It's 9 a.m. and I was just brushing Simba, and I learned something the other day that is pretty interesting. So this little pom-pom, this is made from the cat hair that I just got off of Simba. So all you do is you take the cat hair off of the brush and you fold it up into a ball, and then you roll the ball between your 2 hands. And what it does is it felts the cat hair. And so this is how much cat hair I got off of Simba today, and he has just been going crazy playing with this little ball. Like, he has not been really interested in a lot of the other pom-poms in the house recently, but this one he's very interested in. It's a little bit small because, I only got cat hair off of him today. What I should do is just save the cat hair that I get off of him and then, like, roll it into a ball. Also, I have not had a chance to brush Splash this morning. He just doesn't want to be brushed this morning. But this is a free way to make a cat toy for your cat. Like, literally just comb them and take the cat hair that you got off of them and create a cat toy with it. Ready, Simba? There's so much noise outside right now. Like, there's so many landscapers. Where did it go, Simba? Where did it go? Where did it go? You have it? There it is. There it is. And you can add to it over time. Like when I brush him again tomorrow, when I get more cat hair off of him, I could just roll it onto there and kind of make it a larger pom-pom. It's 10 o'clock in here, Simba. Hey, Simba. I made Simba a pom-pom from Nancy, Sammy, Ziggy, and Richard's hair. This is the pom-pom. It's bigger than the other one. You want it, Simba? How's it smell? How's it smell? What does it smell like? Let's see how the cats. Ready? Ready? Oops. Did that hit you? Here, ready? 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 You don't want to play with it? You don't want it? You don't want to play with it? Simba says he would rather just lay here and air out his manly bits. Okay, Simba. Look at what's going on down here. That's Sammy in the middle of the tunnel. She has a little piece of shrimp on top there. So I just gave the cats all a little piece of shrimp as a treat. I don't know if she's going to like it, if she's going to want to eat it. You going to eat your shrimp? She's licking it. Oh, there she goes. I gave each of the cats a little piece of shrimp tonight. I had some shrimp for dinner earlier, and then I said I'm going to defrost 3 of them because I had the cooked frozen shrimp, and I had bought the kind that does not have the, what is it, like trisodium phosphate, whatever that stuff is, the additive in it. I had bought like natural shrimp. So I defrosted 3 shrimps for the cats, and then I cut each shrimp into 3 pieces, so they just had a small piece. There's Richard, and his piece of shrimp is still on the toy. I don't know if you could see it there. Look at these 2. What you doing, Richie? You gonna come up here? You want some pets? Want some pets, Richie? He likes to come up if I sit on the sofa. You okay, buddy? I gotta go clean the kitchen and cut up a watermelon, and then I'll be down later, okay? I'm trying to space out their snacks. Like, they just had their dinner a little while ago, so I'm gonna wait until right before I go to bed to give them their snacks. It's 7 a.m. here, Simba. He's on the scale. It is midweek. Like, we're in the middle of the week between his weigh-ins, and he is still exactly 19 pounds and 2 ounces. This scale is not budging. So for the past several days, he's gotten like a half portion for breakfast, and then as a snack, he's gotten the other half of his breakfast instead of the snack. So that's cutting down on like the snack food that they were eating. And it wasn't a big snack to begin with, but it was maybe like 20, 30 calories maybe. So the snack is gone. And then I've been cutting back on their dinner portions. After dinner, they get 1 tablespoon of crunchies in a feeder toy, like in the mouse feeder toy where they have to get the crunchies out. So they have to work more for that. And then in the automatic feeders at 4 a.m., they've been getting freeze-dried chicken, freeze-dried minnows, like that kind of stuff. I don't know what's going on, Simba. What's going on, Simba? I feel like I just keep doing what the vet said, which is just cut back a little, cut back a little, cut back a little, but the weight is not going anywhere. It's 8:35 a.m. Splash and Simba are eating their breakfast. Actually, Simba just finished his. He ate his so fast, I hope he doesn't get sick from them. Splash is eating his now. As you could see, there's like 4 different types of cat grass on the play rug. This one down here is the most recent one I got at Whole Foods 2 days ago. This one is homegrown. This one is homegrown. And then that one is from PetSmart last week. And I don't know why Splash is not eating the rest of his food. Maybe because I'm filming him. So I'm going to turn the camera off. Here's Simba. He has discovered this box. Sammy's been laying in this box a lot recently, but I guess Simba just discovered it like the other day. So He's been enjoying laying in it also. How you doing, Simba? You okay? All the windows are open. The cats are getting a lot of fresh air. It's only like 73 degrees out. It's supposed to be a beautiful day today. It's supposed to be like 83 or 85 and sunny. So I'm hoping to be able to go out, run a few errands, and then come back and get a lot of stuff done around the house today, right, Simba? We are still trying to catch up from earlier this year, you know, between my shoulder issue and then Boo's passing and Sammy being missing and then Stella's passing. There's been just so much upheaval over the first half of this year that I'm still trying to catch up from it. So that's what I'm hoping to be able to do today. Right, Simba? I just came downstairs to give the Lucky Seven their breakfast, but look at what's going on here. So this is Sammy's tunnel, but look at this. Look at this. Sammy, what is in your tunnel? Good morning, Ziggy. What is in this tunnel? Sammy. Good morning, Ziggy. Sammy. Sammy. Look at this. Look. So it appears to me that Sammy was playing with this game and she decided that she is going to hunt this toy and she's going to drag this toy into the tunnel with her. Is that what you did? Oh, look at this. Someone else is in the tunnel. Who's in the tunnel? It's Nancy. Maybe Nancy dragged the toy in the tunnel. How you doing, Nancy? Nancy, did you discover the tunnel? It's like a labyrinth. It's a cat labyrinth. How you doing, Nancy? You a good girl? Have you been enjoying the tunnel, Nancy? Nancy and Sammy have like a rivalry going on. So maybe that's what's happening. Maybe they're kind of battling it out over tunnel territory. Here's Richard. Richard's waiting to be brushed. Richard looks like he was up all night. Richard's so funny. How you doing, Richie? How you doing, Richard? You tired? Here's Goldie. She's been looking out the back door and hanging out with Sammy. How you doing, Goldie? You want some treats? Goldie, you want some treats? Goldie knows her treats. Here's Nancy. She's waiting to be brushed. Look at this. Look, here's Nancy. And here's Ziggy. They're like lined up because they know that it's time to get brushed and combed. Okay. Who's first? Nancy's first? I really should get a brush that's a little bit bigger than this one because I bought this when these guys were still, you know, small. Look at this. This is what Ziggy does. She tries to like push her way in. So I really should get one that's a little bit bigger than this. Okay, you're next. Okay, let's brush Ziggy. And this is what Ziggy does. She usually goes into a full sploot while I'm brushing her. So I can make sure that I brush her legs too. That's what she likes. Right, Ziggy? Oh, and she likes her chin. Ziggy loves being brushed, right, Ziggy? I don't really get a lot of cat hair off Ziggy. I mean, sometimes I do. Like the other day, I got a ton, but look at Nancy. Ziggy's looking at me like, why did you stop brushing me? Okay, Ziggy. Okay, Ziggy. Okay, Ziggy, let's get brushed. Good? Good girl? Then after we get brushed, we get combed. Right, Ziggy? Ziggy loves being combed. And they get checked for fleas every day. Right, Ziggy? Okay. You're a good girl, Ziggy. So after the Lucky Seven eat their breakfast downstairs, then Nancy comes upstairs, and as I'm trying to put my breakfast together, she whines at me because she wants crunchies on top of her breakfast. And there's Ziggy. Sometimes Ziggy wants some crunchies also. So what I have to do is I have to go downstairs, get Nancy's plate, bring it up here, and then put some crunchies on it. And then she ends up eating like more of her food. Sometimes she finishes everything on the plate. Sometimes she eats part of it, but like she just really begs for crunchies. So I just give her like a sprinkling on top. And then in here, in Boo's room, I have the window open and we have Ringo and Sammy. Sometimes it's more than just the two of them. Sometimes it's also Richard and Eva or Goldie. But this seems to be like their routine. They want to come upstairs. They want to smell some air out of the open window. Maybe they see Cousin Oliver outside. I've been calling him Cousin Ox a lot recently. I don't know why. I think it's just easier to call him Ox than Oliver because it's like one syllable versus three. But usually I don't feed him until like I know the Lucky Seven are done with their meal. And then I'll like scrape their plates together and then I'll give him like leftovers. And then sometimes I'll add to it. Cousin Oliver's outside. He's sitting on this patio chair. It's 9:39. I just ate breakfast and this is what Sammy does. She crawls on top of me when I sit at the kitchen table. And she wants a ton of pets. And she just wants to, like, chill out here. Like, she wants to be a lap cat for a few minutes. Right, Sammy? She goes into like a zone, which reminds me so much of Ditto because it's like the same zone that Ditto used to go in. Like when Ditto was here, like in Boo's room, and I was, trying to get him well, he used to do stuff like this, and I would put a blanket on my lap because, he was bleeding, and he'd lay on the blanket on my lap, but he was in the same zone as Sammy, like a mental zone. Like you could actually feel her slip into whatever zone she goes into. Maybe it's like a bliss zone. That's what it's kind of like. She slips into bliss. Right, Sammy? It's 3:30 p.m. I just got home. Got home a little bit later than I wanted to, and it's snack time for the boys, right, Simba? Simba's like, yeah, where's my snack? So here's their snack. They're getting Friskies. It's like a chicken and turkey casserole. They're going to try it for the first time. I don't know if they're going to like it. Simba's getting some of his green-lipped mussel powder in it for his joints. They're getting a few of the oral care crunchies and then a veggie field treat on top. Now, the Lucky 7 have already tried this, and they do like it. So hopefully Simba and Splash will eat it. Here's Splash. He's checking it out. I think he licked it. Or he's smelling it. You could eat it. Eat your snack, Simba. Simba, eat your snack. See how smart Simba is? He knows what I'm telling him. Splash, eat your snack. Splash, eat your snack. Eat it, Splash, you like it. So we have to remember that when Splash is given some kind of new food, he's usually afraid of it at first. Like, he usually rejects it. Eat that, Splash. You're okay. It's okay. It's okay, Splash, you could eat it. Simba's eating it. Sometimes with these guys, what they do is they wait for the other one to start eating. So like sometimes Simba won't eat, but if he sees Splash is eating, then Simba will start eating, and vice versa. Sometimes if I put it like right under his nose, then he'll eat it. So I just moved it over there. So today I ended up going to PetSmart, and I bought some food there for the cats to try. I bought a few different types of dry food for them to try. I'm trying to get away from the grain-free dry food because, after what happened to Stella and Boo, I'm just like rethinking everything that I've been told about cat food. I'm rethinking just all the dogma that's out there. I also recently found out that the grain-free dry cat food has like more pesticides and chemicals in it than the non-grain-free, if that makes sense. I bought a few different types for them to try. I also bought some canned food for Ox. So I went to the Dollar Tree, and that's where I was getting the large cans of the 9 Lives wet cat food for Ox, Cousin Oliver. And when I took another look at the ingredients today, I realized that they put sodium nitrite in it, which is not healthy. And, when I saw that, I was like, yeah, I don't feel comfortable buying this anymore. I bought a few other cans of other things. And then when I was in PetSmart, I just bought him a whole bunch of Friskies. And then I ended up in a Walmart. I don't normally go to Walmart. We don't really have Walmarts around here that are convenient. But I just happened to be near this one where I was. And so I was like, I haven't been to a Walmart in, I don't know, maybe like a year. It's been so long. So let me go inside and walk around. So I bought some cans of food there for Cousin Oliver. Oh, and then on the way home, I went to Daiso. And I bought some cute little dishes for Splash and Simba. If I want to feed them a little bit of wet food like this. They're almost like little bowls, but they're just like really shallow. So hopefully they'll like them. I just sprinkled some Fortiflora on the food. Because sometimes Splash will eat the food if I put that on top of it. See, now he's going to try it. And here's Simba. So Simba licked up the food and then he ate the treats that were on top of it. I just put some Fortiflora on his also. Now, it's fine if these guys don't want to eat it. I'm just trying different foods with them and just trying to figure out like what they like, what they'll eat. And I know the Lucky 7 will eat this, and I also know Cousin Oliver will eat this. So if these guys don't like it, I'm not going to give it to them again. And it appears that Simba does not like it, unless he gives it a try now with the Fortiflora. Simba's known to just lick the Fortiflora off the food. Meanwhile, what's going on out here? So here's Nancy. And look what someone did to this cat grass. They pulled it out of the little pot. That's fine. This cat grass has seen better days. It's almost ready to be disposed of. Hello, Nancy. And over here, it seems that we have two hunters. What are you guys hunting? What are you hunting? There's a bug. They're hunting the bug. I don't know what kind of bug that is, but we're going to get rid of it, right, guys? Right now, there's a crunchy hunting party going on here. This is what I do for the Lucky 7. So when they want their afternoon treats, I just kind of scatter them here on the play rug and around the play rug. I don't know if you could see Ringo. He's like up there. Sammy's up there. Ziggy's over there. Goldie's over there. But they're hunting some treats. They're having the Shameless Pets Cran You Say chicken. It's about 8 p.m. and I gave Cousin Oliver some food a little while ago. It's the same food he had for breakfast. So he had it for breakfast. He devoured it. He really enjoyed it. So I was like, well, it's a big can. I'll just give him more of it for dinner. It's some food that I had, downstairs in my cat pantry, like a bunch of canned cat food that I've had for a while. So this is one of the older cans of food, but it's still good. So I just gave it to him for dinner, and I looked, and I was like, well, he didn't eat it. What's going on? Why didn't he eat it? So I came inside, and I grabbed a spoonful of crunchies, and I put some dry cat food on top of it for him. So now it looks like he's eating the dry cat food off of the top of it. We'll see if he's going to eat the wet food. But the fact that he's getting picky, now he's really starting to get comfortable because, even when Boo was living outside, he wasn't picky. Like, I gave him food, and he pretty much usually ate whatever I gave him because he was so happy to have food. And the same thing with the Lucky 7. The Lucky 7 were so happy that I was feeding them when they were outside, even when they first came inside. Like, usually when cats are living outside, they're so happy, like, whatever you feed them. See that? He didn't eat it. He ate some of the crunchies off of it. You want different food? You want different food? I've been giving him a lot of wet food because it's been so hot, and, he needs to get liquid that way. I did buy a bunch of, like, Friskies and stuff for him. So maybe what I'll do is I'll give him like half a can of Friskies just to see if he eats it. I hope he's not sick. I just gave him a plate of what's left from the can of Friskies that Splash and Simba had for a snack earlier today. I don't know if he's going to go eat it or not. He just went over to the second plate and he's eating some of that, so. It could also be that someone else fed him. It could be that he ate somewhere else. So who knows? But he has been sitting on the patio chair for quite some time. Here's Splash. Splash loves sitting in the middle of all the cat grass. I have to grow some more for them. Hey, Simba. How you doing, Simba? I'm putting your dinner together, okay? It's 9:41 p.m. I just gave Splash and Simba their little treat mice. They're little mice toys that you could put crunchies in. Splash is so good with this toy. Like, he knows how to get them out perfectly. And tonight, Simba's doing a good job with his. Sometimes Simba gets lazy, and he just eats Splash's. He waits for Splash to bat the dry cat food out of the toy, and then Simba eats it. But today, Simba's doing good with his own. It took Simba a little while to catch on to these toys, but I think he's getting the hang of it a little bit more. Weather-wise, we had an absolutely beautiful day, and it's really nice outside. I actually just got back a little while ago. I went out for a little bit this evening, and it's just such like perfect summer weather right now. It's not too humid, not too hot. It's really, really nice. And down here, we got a whole bunch of cats waiting for some kind of snacks. They've been getting some canned cat food as a snack, and then they each get a scoop of dry food, so like 1 tablespoon of dry food, and then some of the wet food. Although I still see some leftover dinner on their plates. Today they had some chunky beef with chicken, so maybe they didn't like the chunky beef. I don't know, they haven't had beef in a while. Thank you for watching this Lucky Ferals video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you'd like me to post more videos, and please make sure to check out these other videos that were selected especially for you.